Hi everyone who is out there today. Maybe you're on your lunch break or you have a job that you can get my notification and join me for a few minutes. I promise I'm not going to be long. I just know that if you were like me, when I first heard about luminizers, y'all, I just wasn't sure how to use it. Because I know that luminizers are supposed to give like a nice, light glow kind of to your face, but like if you're like me and your face is already glowing because you're so white skinned, like where do I want to put more white, right? Because I'm already white. So I had to figure out how luminizers would work for me, and actually I love how they work for me. So so I'm going to show you just a couple of tricks that I have learned about luminizers and how they work for light-skinned people. Even the ones that I thought I would never use, like the darkest ones, I actually love now. And the darkest one is actually my favorite. So, so if you're like me and you want to know how to use a luminizer, then you're going to want to watch this. So the first thing I want to share with you is that I've got luminizer on all over my face today. So the first trick that I'm going to show you is if you use our BB Flawless, it's our complexion enhancer. So the first thing I did was use one of our luminizers that comes in a cream, and I used Pearly. All right, so Pearly is our rich copper color, and I'll show you exactly how I used it. I have like this little tray that I use for my makeup, and all I did was take some of my BB Flawless, put it in my little tray this morning, and I actually ordered a darker shade of BB Flawless because I was really thinking that with the summer I needed the darker shade. But what I found out is if I add the Pearly, and let me show you what that looks like. It's like a beautiful, beautiful copper. There we go. So if you see, I added that to my BB Flawless. And I just mixed it all together. So I just put it right together. And I'm going to mix it with my brush. And what it did was it gave like a little bit of a suntan bronzy glow to someone that's very, very fair like me. So all I did was mix it all together on my brush, and I already have it on, but I'll just show you, how I put it on. And so I just, lathered it on. And I don't know if you can see it kind of hitting the light, but it really did give it a very, very nice, lustrous shine. So without being, like Oompa Loompa, it did really give me a little bit of color. It looked like the sun had kissed my face, and it was exactly what I needed for my base. All right. And then using the BB Flawless, especially for women like myself that are older, it gives you that real moist, youthful, shiny, healthy skin complexion. All right, so that was the first thing that I did. And I'm just kind of going over the makeup that I already have because I just wanted to show you, and I'm hoping that you can kind of see the bronzy effect of the BB Flawless with the luminizer. Now you can use the other color luminizers I'll go over with you with it, but I just chose to show you how to use the Pearly because I really wanted to get, it's the second to darkest color, a little bit of a bronzer effect in there. All right, so that's how I use that color. Now, the lightest color, and also just to let you know that I'm going to be showing you 3 forms. So you get to choose between 5 shades of luminizers and 3 forms, okay? So the first form I showed you was just our cream luminizer. The second form is the powder. It's just a sheer powder that you can dust on. And this is iridescent. It's our lightest luminizer. And then the third form of luminizer that you can possibly use is our cream to powder stick. And the color that I'm going to show you here, it's our second to lightest shade, is Benevolent. All right. So Benevolent is kind of like a golden frost. And the lightest color, the iridescent, is kind of like a prismatic white. And so then the third color, which I haven't shown you yet, and I actually have it in two forms. I have it in the cream, and that is going to be our rose gold color. And you could also mix this in with your BB Flawless. It's a little bit lighter, as you can see, than the pearly that I used, and it might be even easier to see it in the powder. So this is the rose gold luminizer, and I'm going to be showing you how I've used every one of these on my face today. All right, so the last color that I really didn't think I would like because it's so dark as a luminizer, but it was our Opaline. And I actually really like this one a lot. All right, so let me show you how I used all of these today. So the first thing I did is, I'm not sure if you know about the technique called the Neapolitan. If you know, Neapolitan ice cream is where you have chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. So what I did was I used the darkest color. So that would have been the Opaline. And I put that on as my contour. And what I like about it is it's still got that little bit of shimmer, but it's going to contour and give me the depth that I'm looking for and the shading right there. All right, so that was the first place that I used it as my contour color. All right, then, and by the way, if you use our shine wipes, our cleansing cloths, don't throw them away once you take your makeup off, because once they dry, they make great cleaning cloths for just a quick clean of your brush. So I've got my my Opaline on as the darkest contour color. Then for my blush color, I went with the rose gold, the lustrous. Even though it's a luminizer, I used it as my blush. So it's a little bit lighter, and it's got like a rosy glow to it. And then finally, now I could have used the Benevolent for my luminizer or my iridescent powder. But I went ahead because I wanted to use all the colors, and I'll show you how to stick luminizer. So I've got my Opaline, the darkest, my lustrous, the rose gold. Now the Benevolent, okay, which is just my golden frost. And you can see how the stick goes on. You can really see it luminizing. But you don't want to leave that like that, right? You want it to be blended. So that's where I take my blending bud and I just soften the edges of the luminizer. So I have used 3 different luminizers on my cheeks. But what I really love about this is that I travel a lot. And so normally my go-to when I travel is my beachfront bronzer. I love that. But look how big it is. I use my beachfront bronzer to contour my nose, my chin. But now that I have the Opaline, okay, it really is going to do the same thing for me. All right, it's very similar. But look how big this is, and now look how small this is. So I'm going to take this. Now the other thing is I normally take with me a blush. but I don't need to take a blush big like that because I'm also going to use my Lustrous, my Rose Gold for my blush. So I don't need this big compact for blush. All I have in my makeup bag are these two small things. And then the kicker is that normally I'll bring one of my Addiction palettes that have all of the colors, my highlight and all the colors I want to use. But once again, I'm not going to bring that because I'm only going to bring one other powder luminizer, and it's going to be my iridescent. So let me show you how I used these colors on my eyes. So before I put all of my eyeshadow on, I used the iridescent luminizer for my highlight, and I put it over the whole eye, including, I like to keep my eyes in the corner real white and bright. See how they open up my eyes? And you also want to come down so that that natural dark shading right there also looks nice and bright. So that was the first way I used it. Now, I used the Benevolent on my cheekbones, but you could have used the iridescent. So while I have the iridescent on my brush, I'm just going to show you a couple other places that you want the light to hit. So to make your nose look slimmer, watch this. You're going to want to go right down the center of your nose, and then to make your lips look fuller, you just want to put it right on your Cupid's bow and give myself a little eye lift by putting it right there. Now, the rose gold color, or you could take your darker opaline, but I'm going to take the rose gold that I have on my cheeks, and I'm just going to put a little on my nose to make my nose look thinner. And now I'm gonna brush it out. And by the way, this is my fan brush, so that if your hand gets a little bit heavy, like mine might have done, then this is a real light. You can't mess it up. You just kind of feather dust. Yeah. And it just makes it so nice. All right. So now I've shown you, I've got my, my darkest luminizer as my contour color. Let me go ahead and contour my chin. So that also looks small. And I want to give myself a little color so that I don't look so white. And I'm going to fan it out. All right, now, I've got a little bit too much color right there. Yeah. So now I look like I have a little bit of a tan. And then my eyes are still white. Remember, you can see I've got a little bit on here. I took my, my opaline, the real dark color, and you can see all I've brought now to do my makeup if I go out of town are really 3 luminizers. So I'm going to take my darkest color, and that's what I put in my crease. Watch how nice that looks. If you have hooded eyes like I do, you just, sometimes when you put your eyes down, you see you lose all your shadow. So you want to look straight in your mirror and go a little higher so that your hooded eyes don't really show. So this is my choice for eyeshadow today. All I used was the opaline and the iridescent. And you can actually do the little V effect if you want and come down and put it a little bit darker right in the corner. All right. So, So you can see all the places, and I am glowing. I can see it. Now, of course, you want to set it off so you don't look like an Oompa Loompa with your setting powder. And so that it stays. And there you go. So I have a little bit of a luminizer going on my cheeks. My eyes are brighter. Oh, and the last place that you can use your luminizer is I just put some of our Metallic Splash lipstick on. And if you want to do like a little ombre effect on your lips, you can actually take it and apply it right to the center. Only the center. So that the light just hits the center of your lips, and then and it's darker on the sides, and that becomes like an ombre look. So these are some ways that if you're fair like me and luminizers, you didn't think that they would look good on you, there are a lot of ways to use it, whether it's mixing it in with your BB cream, using it for eyeshadow, using it to contour the nose, the cheeks, the cheekbones, using some of the rose gold colors for your blush and your eyes. So hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial, and just to let you know, we are having a super duper sale for September on luminizers. Normally, each one of these, no matter which form, would be $39. So $39 for the stick, $39 for the cream, and $39 for the powder. So that would normally be like $117. But what they're doing is they're offering it for $79 right now, which means that you can actually get 2, and the third one you get for $1. If you can get all 3, it's called our trio, and you can get the third one for $1. So if you want to take advantage of our Touch a la Mode trio, luminizer trio for $79, please let me know or visit my website, www.makeupwithdonna.com. But I will tell you that we have another promotion going on right now, that if you do spend $100, you're going to get, we can open up a party link for you, and you can actually get $20 in YCash to spend at another time, and a half price coupon, which is great for our collections and just in time for Christmas. So I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial on luminizers, and if you have any questions, by all means, just comment below and I will answer you back. Y'all have a great day today.